I want to thank you for joining me here. And for those who don't know me, my name is Vince. I have a tiny house, and I'll be doing some updates on the house, and I'm going to make videos about that. So if you're not subscribed, come join this big family we have here. We're all here to help each other, and we enjoy being together. You can check all the comments. You can get involved, and come join the big family. It's something to do, and you're always welcome. So let's get started and take these old blinds off. So let's get started. I'm going to unbox these blinds, and then we'll come back and going to have to move the bed back and start taking down the mini blinds. So let's get started with that. You got to have some room when you're working. So let's get this out of the way. All right. And we can work here. Take these blinds down. All right, we'll get these curtains down. The little screws in there, you have to unscrew it so it unhooks from the rod. So I'm doing that right now. Good. I don't want to lose those screws. And we'll get this out of here. All right. But before I start, I'm gonna hang the sheet outside so I don't film my neighbor's house. That's not very polite. So I'm gonna go do that now. Okay, what's important is that you actually be real sure before you cut your blinds of the measurement. Okay. And we'll go through that whole procedure. But let's, to save time, let's open up the box, check all the parts, and we'll start drilling in the brackets up here to hold the blind. And then inside those brackets, we want to measure again and make sure there's enough space to put the blinds in there, and not be short or long. So that's really important. That'll give the exact cut. So I'll check again before we do any cutting, and then we'll come back and do the installation. Let's just do this real quickly so you can see the procedure of what it takes to cut the blinds down. It's not really that difficult. You just need the proper tools. So let's get that done. Yeah. Okay, that fit in really nice. So let's put the wand on and lower the blinds and see what that's going to look like. Okay, perfect. Let's roll it down and check it out. See how it's going to look. Wow. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. Yeah, these slats are really wide. Let's take a look at that. See how it's going to look. Wow. Looks pretty good. It changes the whole window treatment. I mean, it's quite a difference. And then it matches the doors and the closet doors on each side. Let's get the curtains back up and put the bed back in and see what it's going to look like. Yeah, I like it already. Looks pretty nice. Starting to give the room some more appeal. Window treatments are very important. I mean, I think it kind of accents the whole room. So, yeah, that looks really nice. Okay, get the bed back in here and see what the final results is going to really look like. You know, we went through the procedure of cutting them down, and that's if you want to make it a custom fit right inside the jamb of the window. Of course, you can buy these blinds or plantation mini blinds in all, sizes, like from 24, 36, 48 and on up to 6-foot windows. But what happens with that is, windows are not actually made exactly that size. You got to figure the jamb that goes beyond the glass of the window. Let me show you, for instance. Let's get the old blind here. So this is the old blind we took off. And the problem I always had with this blind, let me show you. I'll get out of the way here. This is 48, which is the windows are 48, correct? Now watch this. Look at the space you have there. And if you center it, you can still see out the window through the glass. And that always kind of bothered me when people would walk by to come up to the front door and I was in the bedroom. They can actually see right through those end pieces and look in the bedroom. So that's why I was always planning on getting to this project. And I wanted to do this on video so people can actually see that difference and what happens when you buy a standard size for your window. Mini blinds are really easy to cut down. It's all plastic. You just put it on the chop saw and cut off each end evenly, of course, like we did here. I don't think I showed both sides, but you saw one side getting cut. You do the same thing on the other. You want to make sure you evenly space it out, and because you don't want this line here, this rope, to be off-centered, so you can see how they're even on both sides there. And that's how you cut it down custom to your window. And if you don't do that, that's what happens. You get a large space on both sides. It actually measures 48 inches, but they don't measure for the roughing of the carpentry around the window. So always keep that in mind. It makes a big difference. So that's why what we did was to make it, a 1/4 inch on both sides. And you can't see, I'm going to show you, but you can see the plastic here. It covers that, not just the glass. So that does make a big difference. And that's why I went through a little bit of trouble to do that. But as you can see, it's not a big deal at all. But the results are really nice. I mean, it's an actual custom fit, blind right to your window. And it makes a big difference. So I just wanted to mention that before we, go on. But we're going to put the bed back and show you the actual end results. So let's do that. Well, it certainly makes a difference. I mean, don't you think? I mean, plantation blinds, they have that thick slat, which really gives it a nice finish. And it makes the whole bed, blend in. Especially with the closet doors, they're same size louvers. And it just makes it, makes it stand out. Gives a little design. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And you can do the same thing. It's not that difficult. Just be sure you measure twice and, follow procedures. Well, thanks for stopping by and stopping into my videos. I hope you subscribe and follow the rest of my videos on this tiny house. There's many videos, so go to my main channel, Retirement Projects and Adventures. It'll take you to all my videos, and you can check it all out. Well, thanks so much. I'm Vince, and we'll see you again. Thank you.